Alright guys, so this is the first replay I'm ever casting. I apologize if the quality is bad or if I'm just a bad caster. So right now we've got a 2v2 match. This is a fairly low ranked match, so hopefully that should be easier for me to commentate. Usually you don't see people commentating 2v2 matches because there's all sorts of crazy stuff. But since these guys are not top players, hopefully this will be manageable. So we've got these four guys here. Nobody knows any of them, so we're just going to call them blue, green, yellow, and red. Alright, let's get started. So blue and green are playing Shadow and Fire, and the other team is also playing Shadow and Fire. So yellow's got a Nomad. There's really no reason for him to be playing a Nomad, especially since I think this is the point in the game where everybody had all cards unlocked. Maybe not. This is a U2 card, or maybe that was just a mistake on his part. But basically, Nomads are not very good for anything except maybe PvE. Nomads are just inferior. Okay, so here's something I want to point out. The beginners, they just grabbed these wells and then took off to go grab more wells over here. So like, very obviously they're playing, all they want to do is just well up. Top players don't do that because, see, if this scavenger is over here, that's one less scavenger to fight, which means it's easier for these people to attack here if, say, he doesn't go grab a well. If they all grab a well, sure, that's fine, but it's sort of a mutual consent thing that they're doing that doesn't really hold up in a real high-ranked match because people are just going to be fighting and trying to take down each other's wells. But here we've got everybody's just walling up. There's this wall here. It's not necessary and it's built backwards, so more clues that these guys are not super powerful players. Here we see that both yellow and red have achieved ground presence, which is good. The way these things are, yeah, everybody's going tier 2 at the same time. Okay, so a fire dancer should have spawned like the instant this thing tier 2'd, and there's another wall that's not needed. The fire dancer is a little bit late, and okay, strikers. That nasty surprise worked because of the striker rush, but this is a waste of 90 power. Shadow can spawn a dark elf assassins and kill them. Instead he's summoning rage claws. I don't know why. Is this a pure fire player? Yes, this is the player playing pure fire. I don't know why he has rage claws. Rage claws don't really belong in the pure fire deck. Maybe you can use them, but enforcers are just better. Okay, so you see he's got a Lost Reaver, and the Shadow player used Aura of Corruption to combat that. Now, that's the problem. This team is playing Shadow and Fire. The problem with the Shadow Fire team, okay, let me get back to that. Right now, there's just Fire Stalker. This is really unusual to see. More clues that these are low-ranked players. The problem with Fire Stalker is it's basically just an inferior Fire Dancer. So in 2v2, since you've got access to, you know, CC and buffs and other stuff, you usually, if you want to have a long-range attack, just play pure Fire and use a Fire Dancer and don't bother with any sort of Fire Stalkers. Oh, no, oh, okay. That was a waste. If you're going to use the Shadow Phoenix, that's what, 90 power? And you don't be hitting these small units, just hit the wall or run away. If you're going to use the Shadow Phoenix, you need to kill something important. Okay, erupt this Drake. If you need to kill something important, or let it revive. Okay, so this eruption was a little bit late, and the Gladiatrix died. If he had erupted earlier, the Gladiatrix would have lived. Okay, there's Lost Reaver. Back to my original point a long time ago. So Fire and Shadow is bad as a bad team combination because they sort of have the same strengths and weaknesses, so they don't synergize super well. The problem is that Fire and Shadow both have a very hard time dealing with large units. So as you see, the Shadow player is just making Aura of Corruption because that's all he can do. Okay, so you saw what happened there. The Lost Soul player tried to nasty his Reaver. That was good. The problem is that he had bad timing and the other player, another warped him away, and he's still nasty. You should have just waited, walked back over, and then nasty. It looks like the Firestalker is still going to take this well. because the Hour of Corruption was not spawned far enough away that the Fire Stalker could get in. I mean, I'm sort of bashing the Fire Stalker, but I've totally used Fire Stalker in 2v2. It has uses if you know exactly what you're doing, but these people probably don't. Okay, so everybody's walling up. Everybody's got a ton of power. It's looking like it's going to be time to go tier 3 very shortly. At this point, basically, whoever gets tier 3 up and starts dropping orbs. I'm sorry. Whoever starts dropping orbs first is going to win. Here we see that green lost his ground presence. So now yellow and red should push hard to take this away so that there can be no monument played here, which would force blue to make his monument way over here, which would be difficult, and that would give them a large advantage. Okay, here's a wrecker. I don't know why it's here. Here's a Dazed Windhunter. Don't know why that's there either. Just erupt both of them. Or you can use a Gladiatrix that's gonna die. That's cool too. Just erupt. Okay. Yeah. There's sloppy play going on here, but that's okay. These guys are not pros. We've got Rippers. Okay, there's no reason to use Rippers ever, because Rippers are just melee versions of Dark Elf Assassins, which are really good. Rippers are not really good. Okay, so there was a Skeleton Warrior played to kill the Rippers. No, that was not worth it. There's a lot of easier ways to kill the Rippers, like summoning Dark Elf Assassins yourself. Okay, so we've got blue going tier 3. Red is also going tier 3. And it looks like red's totally trying to go tier 4. No. Okay. This wall gets up. I don't know how much he has. He's got a lot of power. So instead of going tier 3, you should be coming over here and killing him. But like, you know, whatever. He's use a sandstorm or something. Just kill him. Okay. But there's a Juggernaut. So this team has no CC. I don't think. I guess there's Frost. Maybe there's a Freeze. But pretty much, blue should take this monument down now. Okay, there's a Frenetic Assault further helping the cause. So all this should die. Okay. Instead of stampeding right then, the Juggernaut should have hit like 1 or 2 more times to get the Glacier Shell down, and then stampeded, and then the monument would have died. There's a Freeze. That's good to keep the monument alive. You should Kobold Trick right now. Definitely right now. Okay, so that was a good, whatchamacallit. That was a good Corpse Explosion. Got the monument. So okay, but now we've got a tier 4 here. And now he's waiting for another big monster. So, immediately, red should just run over here and take out one of the red monuments. Okay, so he's coming back to try and kill the Juggernaut. This Juggernaut has 1,000 health and getting more. He'll have 1,500 health by the time he gets over here. And that's okay, so there we go. There's the Grimbot here. This game is probably over. Maybe not, because there's a lot of power, and he's got a Juggernaut. Like, he has no power to spawn more. But okay, just Stampede right there. Stampede. No, don't run away. Stampede. And like, there's possible ways of getting out of this, maybe. But yeah, okay. Moral of the story. And is that a Warlord? Okay, moral of the story. Tier 4 works in low level. It doesn't work in high levels. If your opponent uses tier 4, that's the time when you need to rush them and just kill them. And the blue and green team didn't do that, and that's why they lost. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this replay. Let me know what you thought of it.